So in this first video we're going to take a look at the overhead squat. Now the overhead squat is a vital component of being able to snatch effectively and is part of a top-down approach. The top-down approach starts at the end of the particular movement and works back down to the floor. So with the overhead squat, it's essential that the athlete can complete this competently in order to catch in the snatch position. So now we're going to have a look at Dara demonstrating some overhead squats. Okay, so looking at the overhead squat, the first thing that we need to do in the snatch is have a look at how to get the correct grip placement. So there's a lot of different ways to get correct grip placement in the snatch, but one of the easiest ways is to try and take the barbell and move your hands out so it sits nicely in the hip crease. So Dara's going to demonstrate now how to get an effective grip. So we can see when he has a slight knee bend, the barbell will sit nicely into the hip crease and his hands are in the correct position. We'll demonstrate here if the barbell is actually in an incorrect position, the hands are too narrow. So Dara, if you just show that. And also if the hands are too wide, the barbell is traveling up towards the stomach. So the athlete can find the correct grip for themselves by sitting the barbell into the hip crease. So now just let's have a look at Dara performing some overhead squats. So we can see as he goes down, he's nice and stable. The feet are hip width apart, slightly turned out, weight traveling towards the rear of the foot as he descends. His hips are going below his knees, so he's going to be able to catch in a full squat position. And we've got a really stable position overhead, arms extended, fully locked out, and in that really strong position overhead to catch the barbell. So let's take a look at some common faults within the snatch in the overhead squat position. So if we see here, Dara's going to perform some overhead squats, and it's quite evident that one of the key factors is maintaining a good lower body position. So this knee valgus in the descent is a common problem with people being able to control and be stable around the knee joint. Another common fault is lack of depth in the squat. So not being able to achieve proper depth will impact upon the position you're able to catch the barbell in overhead. And finally, issues with the barbell overhead. So overhead mobility and stability are key. And we can see here one fault could be the torso falling forward, lack of control overhead, and losing the barbell forward. Alternatively, the barbell could be lost behind and a lack of tension in the upper body and shoulder. So these are common faults. If these are key areas that you need to improve with your athlete, it's going to impact upon their ability to catch the barbell overhead and have an effective overhead squat.